Welcome back guys. In this video we are going to see how to create an Admob account. Firstly open your any browser. I am using here Google Chrome and search Google Admob. And after that click on the first link, that is Google Admob, and after opening it will show this type of interface and click on get started. After that choose your account. I am selecting here Pawan Singh, and after that enter your account password and click on next. And then if you want to receive emails from Admob for performance suggestions, so click on yes, and if you don't want to receive any suggestions then click on no, and then select your country. I am selecting India here, and then after that come down and click on I have read and accept the agreement and click on start using Admob, and after that click on continue to Admob, and then you will be seeing this type of interface. Just cut this and scroll down and click on get started here, and after that you will see this type of interface. And which platform do you want to use this Admob? I am choosing Android here, and it is asking for if your app is already published in any app store or not. So I am clicking here no, press on continue, and give your app name. As I am showing you here banner ad example, so I will write an app name as banner ad, and click on, after that click on add app. Now here you can see that we have successfully created our app, and click on done, and it is giving us some overview, and it is asking for what kind of ad do you want to give in your app. So if you click on add unit, just here click, and here from here you can select any type of ad. I am showing you here example from banner ad. Select and give your ad unit name. You can give it any name, so I am giving here banner, and click on the below option, check this box and click on create ad unit, and then you will see this type of interface. And the first link is of your app. This is your app ID, and the below link is your Admob ad unit ID. So when you will mention this in your app, it will ask for both these IDs. So save these IDs, and we will integrate these IDs in our app. So open Android Studio, and I create a new project and select empty view activity and click on next, and you can name it anything. I will name this my banner ad, and select language as Java here, and click on finish, and wait for some time, it will get sync. And after that click on activity main XML and split this view. Now come to the documentation of the banner ad which we created, and right here search for Admob docs, and then click on first link, and you will see this type of interface. And here it is written that what you need, that is compiled SDK version, and scroll down you will see a dependency here, that is Google GMS ad service. You have to copy this and paste it in our Gradle file in Android Studio, and make sure you paste this in proper Gradle file. That is, here are two Gradle files. Click on module app and scroll down and in dependencies paste this. After pasting, make sure that the format in which you paste this link, this dependency is correct, that is it does not match with above, so include double commas and a bracket, and then click on sync now. It will take some time, we have to wait for it. So my Gradle has synced. So now come to activity main XML and create a container to hold your ad, and firstly change your root layout to linear layout. We will work in linear layout, and remove this text view, and in place of this text view we will use button view, so that on clicking on this button we will show you a banner ad. And just give it wrap content, and wrap content, enter the text here banner ad, and after that give text size as 20 sp, and give an id to this button as btn show banner ad, and close the tag. And then in linear layout give gravity as center, and you will see that the button is placed in center of this view. And after this we will create a container which will hold our ad. We will use here linear layout as a container which will contain our ad and show it when we click on the banner ad button. So just create a linear layout, and give width as match parent, and give height as wrap content, and change the orientation of root layout as vertical, and close the tag of below linear layout. And this is our banner ad, and this below is linear layout. And don't forget to give it an ID. Let's its ID be banner ad container, and it is showing red error in this because we have not decided its orientation. So give it an orientation as vertical, and our XML work is finished. Now come to the document part, and you scroll down, you will see that we have to copy this line of code in our Android manifest in between application tags. So come to Android Studio and open the manifest XML, and in app, inside app, you have to paste this code. You can see this, we are given an app ID. This ID is same as the one which we created in initial videos, that is in Google Admob. See here, you can see an Admob app ID, and below this here is Admob add unit ID, and we have to copy this in manifest before publishing our app. But we will work with the sample app ID which is given by Admob, because Android recommend us to use test app ID while we test our app. So copy this and paste here in values, and paste it here. Our manifest work is over. And now don't forget to add permissions, user permissions. As to show ad we need internet, so we have to take internet permission from user, and also we will take user permission of Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi state, SS Wi-Fi state, and we will use one more permission, SS network state. Now our work in manifest is over, and then close this and come to documentation part of Admob. and here scroll down, and you can see this. In this code part we have to paste this mobile ads and initialize this in our main activity file. So now come to our Android Studio again and create a new Java class, name it Ad Manager and press enter. And in Ad Manager we will initialize some variables like activity, name it as activity and semicolon, press right click and go to generator. We will make constructor for this activity and press on OK. So here it has created a constructor for Ad Manager. And now create one more Java class and name it constants, and inside constant we will initialize some constants which we will call in our main file, and give it public static final boolean and name it as add status and initialize this as true. And below this give one more constant and initialize it as public static final string and name it as add type Admob. We need one more string, so duplicate this line, Control D, and change the name of this string as Admob type and give it value Admob. Later you will understand why I am using these constants. When I will implement this you will understand all. And then now come to Ad Manager, and below this Ad Manager constructor write public void init add, and we will initialize our add here. So give a condition if status not status, give add status. Okay, give constant dot add status, constants dot add status, and if this condition is true then the code inside this condition will be executed. And we have set this add status value true in previous code, so give one more if condition and write if constant dot add type dot equals ignore case and constants dot add mob type, then one code will be executed inside it and we will initialize our add here. As you can see, our first condition constant dot add status is true, that is we have initialized it in constant, that is always true. Then our inside code will be executed and we compare that add type and add mob type are same here, both values add mob. Then the code inside this will be executed and it will ignore the uppercase and lowercase of the string. And now initialize here our adds which is given in this document. You can copy paste this directly there or you can write it manually. I will copy this and paste it there to reduce my work, and it will take some time to remove this error. And in place of this here we have used our activity, so use here activity and the error is gone. Now we have initialized our mobile ads successfully, and remove the below two lines. We will override it down and remove this also and tail activity. and below this bracket, and we will initialize this. Use public void show banner add, and inside this method we will copy this code and paste it in show banner add method. The condition for both this is same. Now come to documentation part in Admob and scroll down. Click on the banner ad as we want to use this banner ad in our app. Implement banner ad and you will see this type of an interface. Now scroll down and here it is written always test your test ads, and here an ID is given, test ID is given, and we have our real ID here which we created in initial part of this video. So when we publish our app we will use our real ID. Right now we are testing, so we will use our test ad ID. So scroll down and to show our ad we have to create an ad view. Here the code for ad view is given. You can simply copy paste this. Firstly copy this ad unit ID and paste this in our Android Studio in constant.java file. Make one more constant as string and name it Admob banner ID and set its value which we copied from there and paste it here. By doing this we will not have to paste this ID again and again. We can just simply use this constant in place of this code. And now come to ad manager. We will make some ad views. So below this code in show banner ad, below this if code, just remove this line and create ad view, name it ad view equals to new ad view. As it is asking for a parameter, you can see here we will pass here this activity and close this tag and write ad view dot set ad size, banner ad size, banner ad, and below this ad view dot set ad unit ID and pass the ID which we copied from there and write constants dot Admob banner ID. Yes. Now as we have set the view, so we have to place this view in our container which we made in our XML, that is in activity main.xml. We created a linear layout, you can see. So now we have to place this view in our container, so give here linear layout as container. So when we call this method we will have to pass a container, and below this write here container dot add view. Now you have to pass here our add view. We did this because we have to set our view in our container, that is linear layout, and we added this our view in this linear layout container. And now come to main activity. We have almost finished our work, and below this initialize our ad manager as ad manager and call this new ad manager as this. We will pass here context and add manager dot show banner ad and pass here a container which we passed there, and here we have container as linear layout. Firstly initialize the linear layout which we created in our XML, that is we have to initialize this in our Java file. So initialize this here as linear layout, name it as banner add container, and banner add container is equals to find viewed by id is equals to r dot id dot banner add container, and inside this pass this container banner add container. We also have to give request for the ad to show ad in our container. So here we will give an add request is equals to new add request dot builder dot build. Here we have given the add request and we will set this add request in add view. So add view dot load add request. We have done all the work, but our main purpose was to show ad on clicking on a button which we created in main XML. On clicking on this banner ad we will show our ad. So we will have to initialize this button first. So right here button btn show banner ad and initialize it below here as btn show banner ad is equals to find view by id r dot id dot btn show banner ad, and close this. And we have to perform this task on clicking the button. So btn show ad dot set on click listener new view on click listener. Inside this code just cut this line and paste it here, and now you can, and again cut the above line, that is add manager is equals to new add manager, this cut this line and paste it above this here. Now you can see our all the work is done. We just have to call one more method here, that is add manager dot init adds, this method, and now you can test this app in emulator or your real devices in debugging mode. So click on run. Now it is building our app. Our app is installed successfully and in banner ads, and when I click on this banner ad it show me the test ad here below, you can see it, and when I click on this test ad it take me to some other website. So our banner ad is working fine. Thank you.